72 days trapped in the Andes. The true story of Flight 571. On October 13th, 1972, a plane carrying 45 people disappeared over the Andes Mountains. Search teams looked for days, then weeks. Eventually, the search was called off. The passengers were officially presumed dead. But high above the clouds, in one of the harshest environments on Earth, some of them were still alive. For 72 days, they battled freezing temperatures, hunger, avalanches, and impossible choices. How did they survive? This is case file number 003.
Welcome to the Secret Archive, where every story hides a secret. Flight 571 was carrying a Uruguayan rugby team, along with friends, family members, and crew, from Montevideo, Uruguay, to Santiago, Chile. Bad weather forced the pilots to alter their route through the Andes Mountains. As the aircraft crossed the mountains, visibility became poor. The crew believed they had safely cleared the highest peaks. They hadn't. Moments later, the aircraft struck a mountain ridge. The impact tore away the wings and tail before the fuselage slid across the snow and came to a stop. 12 people lost their lives during the crash. The survivors were injured, cold, and stranded in one of the most remote places imaginable.
At first, they believed rescue would arrive within hours. They used pieces of the aircraft as shelter and rationed the small amount of food they could find. Each day, they listened hopefully for the sound of rescue aircraft overhead. Days passed. Then came devastating news. Using a small radio recovered from the wreckage, the survivors learned that the official search had been called off. The world believed no one was left alive.
From that moment, they realized one terrifying truth. If they wanted to survive, they would have to save themselves. The Andes offered almost nothing. Temperatures dropped far below freezing every night. Food quickly ran out. Snow stretched endlessly in every direction. Then disaster struck again. A powerful avalanche crashed into the fuselage while the survivors slept. Several more people lost their lives, and those who remained spent days trapped beneath deep snow before digging themselves free. As the weeks passed, the group faced decisions that no human being should ever have to make. Every choice was about survival. Every day became a battle against hunger, cold, and hopelessness. Eventually, 2 survivors volunteered to attempt the impossible. They would climb across the Andes in search of help. With homemade sleeping bags, limited supplies, and incredible determination, they began a journey that many believed could not be done. For 10 days,
at last,
they
encountered
a
local shepherd across a river. Unable to hear one another because of the rushing water, they exchanged written messages. The shepherd immediately alerted the authorities. Helicopters were dispatched to the crash site. On December 22nd, 1972, after 72 unimaginable days in the Andes, the remaining survivors were finally rescued. In the end, 16 of the 45 people on board survived. Their story became one of the greatest survival stories ever recorded. It is a reminder that hope can survive even in the most impossible circumstances. This has been Case File 003 from the Secret Archive, because every story hides a secret.